Her friends joked about my high blood pressure, called me life insurance with a heartbeat. In their group chat, she said, "He's one stroke away. I can feel it." They laughed. One even wrote, "When's the funeral? I'll bring Prosecco." And my fiancé, she replied, "Soon, girls, real soon." I wasn't supposed to see that, but I did. It started on a rainy Monday, the kind that drowns out thoughts and makes the walls feel too close. I was stuck at home, working remotely, trying to fix some contracts when her laptop pinged behind me. She'd left her iCloud open. Rookie move. I didn't even mean to snoop. I swear. But the preview of that message, "He's still alive," froze me cold. I clicked and everything I believed shattered. The chat was named Murder Club. Cute. Inside, 6 women, including my fiancée Lena. They weren't just joking about my death. They were planning for it. "Oh my God, he bought the life insurance. He's taking the meds though, no?" Lena? "Yeah, but his BP still high. Doc said he's a stroke risk. I just need 6 more months." Then came the kicker. I don't love him. Never did. But dying rich in Florida doesn't sound too bad. I couldn't breathe. My ears rang. This woman, the one I planned to marry in August, she was watching the clock on my life. And I was paying for her car, her credit card, her *****ing. Pilates classes. I didn't scream, didn't cry. I went absolutely still. That's the moment something inside me broke and something else lit up. I didn't just want to leave her. I wanted her to know she lost. That night, I walked into the kitchen, calm as death, and kissed her on the forehead. Told her I'd scheduled a full cardiac workup. "Just to be safe, babe." She smiled. Bright, reassuring. "Good," she said. "Let's keep you around for a while." I almost vomited. From that point on, I became an actor in my own home, played the doting fiancé, made smoothies, took selfies with her dog. But I was tracking everything: calls, money, lies, and crafting a plan. You see, Lena didn't know I'd already inherited money. Not from my parents. They were broke. From my ex-boss, Lionel, the guy she called old and creepy. He passed last year and left me his beach property and $400,000 in stock. Said I was the son he never had. I kept it quiet. Just in case. Now, just in case had a name. Lena. She thought my bank account was empty. She thought I was stalling the wedding because I couldn't afford it, that I was dragging my feet. She had no idea I was preparing her stage exit. Step 1. I made a call to a friend in banking. Told him I needed a financial scare. He mocked up a fake IRS lien official seal and all. I left it on my printer, half hidden, like a secret I didn't mean to hide well. Step 2. A voicemail from Mr. Cowley at the IRS warning me of possible asset seizure. I played it loud enough for Lena to hear in the hallway. Her eyes flickered like a slot machine. Within 48 hours, her group chat was lit up. Lena, SHT. "Girls, we may have a situation." Her friend Sasha, "Wait, he's broke now?" Lena, "I think so. I'm gonna confirm." Pray it's not true. She became distant, cold, but calculating. By Friday, she told me we needed space. Needed. To reevaluate things before marriage. She cried. Said she loved me, but the stress was too much. I hugged her. Tightly. "I understand." I whispered. She moved out that weekend. And I smiled. Not because I was free, but because she walked straight into the trap. The very next week, I bought a condo downtown. Cash. The real inheritance hit my account, and I wasted no time. New place, new locks, new life. Then I posted one photo. Me, on the balcony, holding the keys. Caption, "Resurrected." It took 8 minutes. First text, Lena. Second, her best friend Danielle. "Wait, are you rich?" Third, Lena again. "Call me, now, please." Then the flood. 30-8 missed calls, 6 voicemails. "Why didn't you tell me? I thought you were bankrupt." I didn't mean to leave like that. I didn't answer a single one. But I wasn't done. "You think you can humiliate me like this?" She screamed into the phone. I didn't even flinch. I was too busy redecorating. It took 3 days before Lena showed up at my door. She looked wrecked. Her makeup was flawless, like always. But her eyes, bloodshot. Her voice cracked when she said my name. "Liam, can we talk?" I leaned against the doorframe, silent. The air between us was thick, sharp. She tried to smile. I didn't know you were okay." You didn't. No, I asked. You left me because I was unstable. That's what your note said. Her face tightened. I panicked. I didn't mean to. You move out in less than 24 hours. She stepped forward. I was scared. That IRS thing your accounts, Liam, you lied to me. Oh, she was flipping the script already? Cute. I opened the door wider. Not to let her in, but to gesture at the condo behind me. Polished floors, custom bar. The whole thing gleaming in warm gold and steel. Seems I recovered just fine. That's when the switch flipped. Her eyes went wide. This is the inheritance, isn't it? She hissed. You let me walk out like a fool. What kind of sick game was that? I smiled. You tell me, Lena. You're the one with the murder club. She froze. Just blinked. Like a deer staring down a freight train. You read my messages. She whispered. Every single one. Her jaw clenched, and then came the tears. Big, sudden sobs. It was just jokes. I didn't mean it. They were just being stupid, and I got sucked in. Stop. My voice dropped. You called me insurance with a heartbeat. That wasn't a joke. That was a plan. The silence after that felt like glass breaking inside her. She lunged toward me. You ruined everything. We were happy. We were a lie, I said. You just didn't expect me to be the one holding the match. Then I shut the door in her face. For 2 weeks, she tried to make things right. Flowers, voicemails, even a handwritten letter. All of it went straight into the trash. I was doing fine. Until I got the email. Subject, notice of legal action. FROM, Goldberg and Rizzo, attorneys at law. My jaw clenched before I even clicked. And there it was in perfect legalese. Lena was suing me for intentional emotional distress. For fraudulent concealment of financial status. And get this, loss of anticipated marital assets. I laugh out loud. Alone in my condo. Because what else can you do when your ex-fiancé tries to sue you for not being poor? I forwarded the email to my buddy Max. He's a paralegal, sarcastic as hell. His reply came in seconds. She actually wrote, he misled me into believing he was broke, causing me emotional harm and reputational damage. Holy S ****, this is better than cable. And it was. It was delicious, but it didn't stop there. 2 days later, I got a call from the property manager of my old apartment. He sounded uncomfortable. Lena had returned after the lease ended and claimed I'd agreed to let her collect the security deposit. All $2,800. Gone? She forged my signature. I stood in my kitchen, staring at the wall, feeling my stomach twist. She'd taken my money. Again, I texted her. You have 72 hours to return my deposit before I file criminal charges for fraud. She didn't respond, but Brian did. Yep, that Brian, her toxic ex, the guy she barely remembered. His message? You're a F***ing psycho. Give her what she's owed, or we'll make this ugly. ***. Now I was pissed. Ugly? No, they didn't know what ugly looked like yet. I started a folder, labeled it Lena. Evidence. Every screenshot. Every message. That murder club chat. Saved. The fake IRS voicemail I used. Legal gray area, but the text that followed it. Pure gold. Then I found something else. A Venmo receipt. From Lena to Brian. Caption. You'll get the rest when the will clears. Date? 2 weeks before she left me. I nearly dropped my phone. That wasn't just a joke anymore. That was conspiracy. That was intent. Suddenly, this wasn't about heartbreak. It was war. I filed a countersuit. My claim. Fraud, theft of the security deposit. Attempted extortion and defamation. Max helped me format the complaint. Made sure every accusation had receipts. We mailed it. Certified. Signed, sealed, vengeance. Delivered. But the best part? I subpoenaed the group chat. Oh, you didn't know that was possible? It is. With the right judge and a compelling enough case. Even encrypted messages can come to light. The day I filed, I got one last call from Lena. Liam. Please don't do this. We can settle this like adults. I said nothing. She begged. She sobbed. She screamed. And when I hung up, I finally felt it. Not peace. Not revenge. Control. For the first time in months, I wasn't the victim. I was the one with the matches. Miss, are you aware you referred to the plaintiff as a walking inheritance in this chat log? Her mouth opened, then shut. The courtroom fell silent. The day of the hearing was hot. Florida hot. The kind of humidity that clings to your lungs like guilt. I walked into the county courthouse in a crisp navy suit. No tie. Calm. Focused. Meanwhile, Lena and Brian were already inside, whispering furiously in the corner. Her dress screamed tragically wronged, while he looked like a frat boy who took court advice from Reddit. They didn't even glance at me good. Let them stew. When the judge entered, I felt something shift. She wasn't young. Late 60s, gray. Bun, glasses low on her nose. She looked like the type who'd seen every flavor of nonsense and had zero patience left for it. Lena's lawyer opened with dramatic flair. Called my deception malicious, cruel, and calculated to cause emotional devastation. I nearly applauded. Then Lena took the stand. She cried on cue. Claimed I manipulated her into leaving. Sighed I staged poverty to trick her. Accused me of weaponizing financial trauma. Even Brian shook his head sympathetically. When it was my turn, I didn't posture. Didn't plead. I just handed the judge a folder, neatly labeled, color-coded tabs. Exhibit A, Lena's note. Her words, her signature. I can't be with someone. Financially unstable. Period. No ambiguity. Exhibit B, screenshots. Every text between her and her girlfriends. Highlighted. I just need him to keel over already. I hope his blood pressure spikes. And the crown jewel. I'm just waiting for the inheritance. Then I'm his ex. The judge's jaw clenched. Exhibit C, the Venmo receipt to Brian. Caption. You'll get the rest when the will clears. Proof of coordination. Financial motive. Timing. Then I spoke. Your Honor, I didn't deceive her. I tested her, and she failed. That line hit like a slap. Lena went pale. Her mouth opened, then shut. Brian looked like he wanted to sink into the floor. Then the judge spoke. Her voice was cold. Surgical. Miss Delancey, she said slowly, lifting the exhibit packet. Are you aware you referred to Mr. Hawley as a walking inheritance in this conversation? Lena tried to recover. It was just a joke. The judge raised her hand. You also said, quote, I'll leave him the second the money's gone. I didn't mean it. Silence. The judge dismissed her claim with prejudice. And then she looked at me. Double quotes, Mr. Howell. Regarding your counterclaim. I nodded. Yes, Your Honor. She reviewed my exhibits again. Check the dates. Paused at the lease agreement. You are hereby awarded $2,800 plus court fees. Miss Delancey is also sanctioned for abuse of judicial process. Lena gasped. Her lawyer whispered something. She didn't move. Then the judge turned to Brian. Double quotes, Mr. Kincaid. Do you confirm your awareness and participation in this arrangement? Brian blinked. I mean, I just knew she was getting some money. Did you benefit financially? He hesitated. She gave me $1,000 for car repairs. Boom. That was all it took. You may be subject to a civil investigation, the judge said flatly. And just like that, They were done. Outside the courtroom, it was chaos. Lena spun around, jabbing her finger at Brian. I told you to shut up. He snapped loud. You dragged me into this. I was just trying to help you scam your fiancé. The word scam echoed. People turned. Phones came out. I just kept walking. Didn't say a word. Just hit the elevator and let them burn. The fallout was fast. That clip. It hit TikTok before I made it back to my car. Caption. Gold digger meltdown after courtroom backfire. Views? 67,000 by midnight. By the next morning, Lena deleted all her social media. Brian's too. But the damage was done. 3 mutual friends texted me. Dude, I had no idea. I feel sick. She was bragging about the inheritance. I thought she was kidding. They weren't jokes. They were confessions wrapped in laughter. Later that week, my old landlord called. I saw the ruling, he said, voice tight. We'll reimburse your deposit directly. I thanked him. Told him I understood. He sighed. You dodged a bullet, son. No, I dodged a sniper. He faked bankruptcy to emotionally torture me. That's what her TikTok said. Over 300,000 people watched her cry on camera. But I had the receipts. And I was done playing nice. The video hit like a slap. Was brushing my teeth when Max texted me. Bro, TikTok. She went full narc. You need to see this. I didn't want to. But I clicked. And there she was. Full makeup. Filter on Max. Crying. She said I tricked her into leaving so I could humiliate her publicly. Claimed I was obsessed with revenge. She framed me as unstable, manipulative, controlling, and it worked. The comments were flooded with sympathy. You're so brave for speaking out. He sounds like a monster. Run, girl. Glad you got away. My hands were shaking. I felt sick. Not from rage, no. This was deeper. It was the pure violation of being rewritten, of watching my story be stolen, flipped, and sold to the world as fiction. That night, I couldn't sleep, so I started typing. This is what really happened. I posted my own TikTok. Calm, unfiltered. No drama, no sobbing, just screenshots. Receipts, timeline. The note she left me. The group chat messages, the lawsuit, the courtroom footage, and the Venmo. I ended with one sentence. Sometimes the truth doesn't need editing. Then I logged off. Within 12 hours, my video hit 500K views. By the end of the day, Lena's was gone. Comments on mine? Holy asterisk T, I believed her. She lied to everyone. This man stayed silent until the facts screamed for him. Justice was loud, but so was the backlash. Lena's remaining friends turned on her. Danielle posted a now-deleted story. Some of us knew. We didn't speak up. We should have. And Brian? He posted a screenshot of a text from Lena. They're eating me alive. Say something? Please. His reply? You used me too. It would have ended there. But Lena wasn't done. 2 weeks later, a new letter arrived. Another attorney, another threat. This time, defamation, online harassment, financial ruin. She wanted $75,000. My jaw clenched. But I didn't flinch. I called Max. She doesn't have a case, he said, but she has chaos, and she knows how to weaponize it. I nodded. Then let's give her a dose of silence. That night, I didn't post. I didn't text. I did something worse. I vanished, deleted my videos, locked my socials. I went dark. She panicked. First day, 20 missed calls. Second, emails. We need to talk. I never wanted it to go this far. Third, a voicemail that chilled me. You said you love me. How can you let them destroy me? You're winning, okay? You win. Just talk to me. Double quotes. No. I didn't want to win. I wanted her to feel what I felt. Confused, alone, powerless. So I stayed silent. Then the wildest twist of all hit me like a truck. I got a call from Detective Morrison, Tampa PD professional voice. No drama. We're investigating a suspicious insurance claim, he said. I froze. Excuse me? He continued. Your name appeared as a potential beneficiary in a life insurance application. One you didn't file. I sat down, slowly. She filed a fake policy? I asked. Looks that way. Using your info. Signatures forged. I didn't know whether to laugh or throw up. This wasn't just a breakup or a lawsuit. This was a crime. Now it was official. She crossed the line. I gave my statement. Sent over documents, including the group chat logs. Morrison promised to keep me in the loop. And for the first time in months, I felt relief. I wasn't chasing justice anymore. Justice was chasing her, but it didn't stop the ache. Late that night, I stood on my balcony, drink in hand, watching the rain smear the skyline. I thought about the Lena I once knew, the one who danced in the kitchen, cried during Pixar movies, swore she'd never hurt me, that Lena never existed. She was a character, a performance, and I finally walked off her stage. You tried to fake my death for a payout, I said. She blinked and whispered, only because I thought you'd never die. 3 days after that call from the detective, I got a knock on the door. It wasn't Lena. It was the police. Not in. Cuffs or sirens. Not yet. Just two calm, serious faces and a clipboard. They asked questions. About her. About our engagement. About any insurance policies I may have applied for recently. I showed them everything. Birth certificate, ID, emails, even my phone. One of the officers gave me a look I'll never forget. You might want to freeze your credit, he said quietly. Just in case. Just in case? No, this was already way past just in case. Afternoon, I filed an identity theft report. Then I called Max. She didn't just scam me, I told him. She tried to erase me. He didn't argue. That night, I couldn't sleep. I watched the shadows crawl across my ceiling while the rain tapped against the window like a slow ticking clock. She had tried to steal my death. What kind of person does that? The next day, the news broke. Brian had been fired. Turns out, his company didn't love the viral videos or the fact that one of their junior sales associates was under investigation for insurance fraud, accessory style. Apparently, he signed something, helped submit a form, lied to a notary, Something dumb enough to leave a trail, but bold enough to link into Lena's plot. It wasn't just gossip anymore. It was in the local paper. Headline: Fake fiance, real fraud. Camper woman and boyfriend under investigation for life insurance. Scam. No names yet, but photos. Oh yeah. Blurred faces, but still recognizable. I got a text from an old coworker. Dude, that's her, right? I replied with just one word. Yep. By the end of the week, Lena was on administrative leave from her job. Some HR excuse about pending investigation and reputation risk. She went full ghost. No calls. No messages. Nothing. But I knew it wasn't over. I was right, because the next week, she showed up at my building. Not the lobby. Not even outside. She somehow got past security and was waiting outside my condo door, sitting on the hallway floor like a broken doll. I nearly called the cops, but curiosity got the better of me. Are you here to finish the job? I asked, unlocking the door without letting her in. She looked up slowly. Her eyes were red, makeup smeared. No, she whispered. I just wanted to explain. Explain? You tried to fake my death for money. She stood, weak, pathetic. It wasn't like that. It wasn't. Then tell me, I snapped. Tell me what it was like, Lena. Walk me through the part where you and Brian filed a policy in my name, then waited for me to drop dead. Silence. Then. I didn't think you'd ever die. I stared. I just. I thought you'd always be fine. And if something did happen, at least we'd be okay. She hesitated. I didn't know he'd file it. I only gave him your info because I thought we'd be together after. I laughed. Harsh. Dry. After what? After I accidentally expired from stress? I made a mistake. No, Lena. You made a plan. I stepped back, closed the door behind me, locked it, and called the detective. She's here, I said. She just confessed. The fallout was instant. They brought her in for questioning the next morning. No arrest. Not yet. But the investigation turned public. She was named in the updated article. Full face. Full name. So was Brian. The internet exploded. Reddit threads, TikToks, reaction videos. Hashtags like hashtag Florida, FIANCE, and hashtag death by design started trending. One tweet went viral. Girl fakes fiance's death for life insurance. He lives, buys a condo, wins lawsuits, posts receipts. Legend. My inbox was full of interview requests, podcasts, news anchors, even a documentary offer. I declined them all because this wasn't a story. It was my life. And it was still burning. 2 nights later, I got a call. Blocked number. I almost ignored it, but something told me to answer. Hello? Heavy breathing. Then Lena's voice. They're coming for me, Liam. I didn't speak. I know I've asterisk ed up. But they're talking charges. Jail time. They should. She was quiet. Then, do you still love me? That was the moment I knew. Knew she hadn't just been lying to me. She'd been lying to herself too. No, I said softly. I loved a woman who never existed. Click. I blocked the number, and I felt something shift. A door close. A final echo. A silence that felt clean. This is your fault, she screamed as the deputies cuffed her on my lawn. I didn't move. Just sip my coffee. She was right. It was my fault. I made the mistake of trusting her. Now I was just fixing it. The arrest wasn't dramatic. Not like in the movies. No sirens. No screaming. Just 2 deputies. A warrant. And a knock on the door. Except it wasn't my door. It was hers. They picked her up quietly just after sunrise. She was barefoot, crying, still in that oversized hoodie she always wore when she was too tired to talk. The same one I bought her. I watched the footage hours later. A neighbor filmed it and uploaded it to YouTube before the sun even set. Florida. Woman arrested in fiance life insurance scam. Already had 7 OK views. The comments? Good. She played stupid games. Bro needs to write a book. Maybe I will someday. Brian got picked up too. They charged him with forgery, false claims, and wire fraud. I heard he wept during the arraignment. His bail was denied. Lena. She smiled for her mugshot. Always the actress. But behind the scenes, it unraveled fast. The day had Lena's group chat. Her fake signature on the policy, the timeline, the motive, the Venmo, the courtroom footage, my testimony, and her confession. When? They played the audio of her saying, I didn't think you'd ever die. The courtroom went dead silent. She was offered a deal. 1 year in county, 5 years probation, no contact with me, no social media. She took it because she had nothing left. No job, no money, no friends. Her family disowned her. Even her own sister called me to apologize. She always had this thing, she said on the phone. A switch. We just didn't think she'd take it that far. But she did. She took it all the way. And I let her, not because I wanted revenge anymore. That part was over. That craving had been buried beneath every legal form, every screenshot, every careful, methodical receipt I stacked against her like bricks in a wall. No, what I wanted now was distance. I sold the condo, bought a lake house 2 hours north, quiet, untouched, birds instead of traffic, trees instead of gossip. I changed my number, deleted old photos, burned the last note she ever wrote me in a fire pit on my new porch. Max came to visit once, looked around, grinned. You did it, he said. I just shrugged. I lived, I replied. It wasn't until late one night, staring at the water, that it hit me. She had tried to turn my life into a retirement plan. Tried to kill the man she swore to marry, slowly, legally, quietly, not with poison, not with a gun, but with stress, with pressure, with silence. She wanted my heart to give out while hers stayed cold, and yet here I was, breathing, alive, thriving. She was locked in a box, and I was free in the woods. The ultimate reversal. But that wasn't the end. The end came a month later, in the form of a letter, handwritten, no return address. It was short. Just 1 page. I hope you think about me every time you wake up in that empty house. You ruined me. You were supposed to be mine, but you turned yourself into my executioner. I will never forgive you for surviving me. I folded the letter, lit a match, watched the flames eat every word. I didn't hate her anymore. I didn't miss her either. I just felt clean, like the last toxic cell had burned out of my blood. Because the truth is, I didn't destroy her. She destroyed herself. I just let the world see it. And as I watched the ashes drift across my porch and vanish into the night air, I smiled. For the first time in months, not a bitter smile, not a victorious one, just peace. She wanted to bury me, but she dug her own grave instead. And I built a garden on top of it. That's the end of today's story. Did things turn out the way you thought? Or were there some surprises along the way? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you haven't joined the community yet, now's the perfect time. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you're always the first to catch new stories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next adventure.